football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, the ongoing saga that is Filip Hrgovic in the heavyweight division, acting in coward fashion, not wanting to fight him, even after he had a horrible performance, his worst night at the office against Zhang Zhilei, in which he won by the hairs of his chinny chin chin, and most people thought he lost. Even with that performance, these guys still don't want to fight him because they want to hide behind business. They're scared, they're cowards, and I don't mince my words. That's what these guys who have been turning him down constantly, that's what they are, and that's what I'm gonna use. Now, let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. because I like Andy Ruiz Jr. Like, Andy Ruiz Jr. is a fighter that I think is good for the division. I've enjoyed his career. Covered his career. I went to his fight against Luis Ortiz. I like Andy Ruiz, but he's acting like a coward because he was supposed to fight Wilder. The talks broke down. The IBF already had Andy Ruiz ordered to fight Hrgovic in a fight for the interim title while the Wilder stuff was going on. So when the Wilder stuff broke apart, I was thinking, okay, well, now this is a good option for Andy because Andy can fight for the interim title. You know, he could beat Hrgovic, right? Because Hrgovic ain't that good, right? Hrgovic ain't that good. He sucks. He's trash, like everybody else says. He beats him. He's mandatory. He's right there on the fast track towards getting a heavyweight title shot and trying to become the two-time heavyweight champion. But what does he do? What does our main man, Andy Ruiz, do? He ducks and turns down the fight again and tells the IBF, we're going to go another direction. We're not going to fight for the interim title. We don't want to fight Hrgovic. We don't want that smoke. We're not confident in or competent enough in our abilities to think we could beat Filip Hrgovic. So he's going to go do what he's going to do, and God bless him. But I'm just getting sick of it, man. Like I'm sick of everybody. There's too much double talk going on in boxing. Like, these boxing fans, right? And I'm sure I'll get them in my comments. They're going to say, oh, well, of course Andy Ruiz turned on Hrgovic. You know, Hrgovic wasn't offering him no money, this, that, and the third. But no, fuck that. Like, Andy Ruiz could have fought Hrgovic last year and he turned it down. He could have fought him this year for the interim title to become mandatory, and he turned it down. You know, like, at some point, I get it's a business, but like, if Hrgovic wasn't the mandatory challenger and you couldn't like position yourself to fight for the heavyweight title by beating him, then I would actually be like, okay, you know, I still think it's kind of cowardice, but I understand, like, you know, Hrgovic ain't in the position to fight for. He's not. You don't get anything by beating him. But the thing is, you do get something by beating him. So by you guys downplaying him, talking about money, it's just a creative way to say you don't want to fight. And it's actually hilarious to me because he just had the worst night of his life against Zhang. So you think these guys would want to fight, you know? But it is what it is. Life goes on, right? So but best of luck to Andy Ruiz. I'm sure he'll have fun being a second-rate contender in the heavyweight division. Not really. You know, pretty much he's gonna show. At this point, we've known this. We've known since the second Joshua fight that Andy Ruiz was never going to recapture the form that he had June 1st, 2019 when he became heavyweight champion. That was one-off where he put it all together, and we're never going to get that again. So I think he blew a chance to really put himself on that track. But that's just me. But anyway, let's talk about Hrgovic. Where does he go from here? Because, I mean, for everything that is righteous and pure, Filip Hrgovic has been getting fucked by everybody in boxing. Like it's ridiculous. It is absolutely 1,000% ridiculous. He was supposed by Michael Hunter in the middle of 2021 for an eliminator, and Michael Hunter didn't want no smoke, you know, because of the money, you know, so to speak, right? But I mean, if it happens once, right? Okay, maybe it's one guy that just didn't want to fight. But you mean to tell me Michael Hunter, Andy Ruiz twice, Dempsey McKean, Joseph Parker, Luis Ortiz, and who else am I missing? It's like 7 or 8 heavyweights that turned down fights with him. Miraculous. You mean to tell me it's 7 or 8 guys that they all just don't like the money? No, they don't want no smoke, because boxing is a small world. They know Filip Hrgovic is what they say he is. They know that he looked bad against Zhang. He still found a way to win. They know that he's one of the best out there. So, you know, they don't want to fight him. Believe it or not, you guys may feel like I'm just being a fanboy. I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. The way these heavyweights that don't fight Hrgovic are acting, it actually speaks volumes to what they think about him. Meaning that they really know he's like that. So, you know, we'll see what it is. But we can't cry over spilt milk here on True School Sports. We have to go down the list. So Andy Ruiz, I believe, was like second or third in the rankings. So after that was Wilder and Joshua. We know Wilder's not going to fight him, and we know Joshua's fighting Jermaine Franklin. So you go, when you get to 6 and 7, those are the options I ultimately think that Hrgovic is going to wind up taking. So number 6 is Martin Bakole. I don't think he has anything lined up, so that'd be a good fight. You know, Martin Bakole is a solid heavyweight. I think he's done a good job of rebuilding himself since the Michael Hunter loss a couple years ago. He took Tony Yoka's who was a guy that wanted to fight Hrgovic. So I feel like it could be a good fight. And then if he doesn't take the fight, then number 7, you got Frank Sanchez sitting right there. And Frank Sanchez is another high risk, low reward guys that these heavyweights aren't exactly eager to fight, and the politics of the heavyweight division aren't going to allow him to get the shot right away. So he kind of needs to fight a guy like Hrgovic himself. So that's where I'm at. Like, Hrgovic is in a position where, like, he can't get the big names because the big names are all divas in heavyweight that don't have titles, of course. Like, Joshua didn't want to get his face rearranged. Andy Ruiz doesn't want to be great anymore. A lot of these guys don't want no smoke. They don't. At least not like they say they do. So what Hrgovic has to do, unfortunately, is all the guys that are the highest risk, low risk reward guys in the division, he's got to fight all of them. So we saw Zhang Zhilei. That was like a high risk, low reward type of guy that, you know, really nobody wanted to fight because of his size and being a hard punching southpaw heavyweight. You know, Hrgovic had to fight him, and it was a hard outing for him, but he won barely. Bakole is another one. He's a guy that, you know, in the pecking order of the heavyweight division, money wise, he's not like a big money draw. So guys like him, guys like Frank Sanchez, these are the kind of guys, you know, Zhang Zhilei, the guys that are still dangerous but don't have the reward, and you're not gonna get the credit you would deserve to get by beating them. These are the guys you gotta fight until you know, the IBF or one of the governing organizations really, you know, say, hey, okay, Usyk or whoever has the belt, okay, Usyk, it's time to fight for the title. These are the kind of guys you gotta fight. So it's unfortunate. It's a sad state of affairs. But at the end of the day, like, you can't make these guys get in the ring. They gotta want to go out there and fight them. And listen, I don't care what nobody says. I don't give half of a fuck. And I'm sorry for the cursing, but, like, I don't care what anyone says. Filip Hrgovic, it's getting to a point where I can honestly make a case that Filip Hrgovic is the most avoided fighter in boxing, hands down. I mean, at first, like, maybe like last year, some of you guys who are more like just in the middle, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little biased for Hrgovic. He's my guy, and I'm a fan of him. But, like, y'all might have had a case last year. Like, last year, y'all might have had a case. Like, early last year, y'all might have had a case. You know, when you said, okay, it's all about money. It's all about, you know, these guys are used to making X amount of dollars, but he doesn't offer that. But he has the mandatory spot. But that's not enough, you know. But when it gets to a point where you got guys turning down fights not once but twice, then it's like 5 and 6 other guys in the rankings as well. That's not a coincidence. These guys don't want to fight him. So it's literally getting to the point, guys. Like, he's becoming such an avoided fighter that if Usyk and Fury fight for undisputed, I don't care. I'm not crowning them undisputed until they fight Hrgovic, because he should have already been fought for the heavyweight title. He should have already been able to fight Michael Hunter. You know, whether Hunter would have beat him or him beat Hunter, the winner of that fight should have been mandatory challenger, and they should have been knocking at the door right now. They should be challenging for the title. But because boxing is so fucked right now in the heavyweight division, this is where we're at. So I'm letting you guys know right now, if Fury and Usyk fight, I don't care who wins. They're not undisputed until they beat Filip Hrgovic, because he's been getting fucked by the politics of boxing for so long that I just can't recognize anybody as the best in this division when so many have avoided this guy. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And y'all can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And by the way, before I end the video, because I know for a fact some of you guys don't listen, I want to run through the list one more time of the guys that have avoided Hrgovic blatantly. Michael Hunter, Andy Ruiz twice, Dempsey McKean, Murat Kasiev, Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. Who was the other one? And it's like maybe like one more. It's like 7 or 8 guys. It's so many I'm losing track. I'm losing count. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. God bless. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.